Have you ever told everyone about something big you wanted to do, and then nothing happened? Welcome to No More Maybe, the place where we stop talking about dreams and start building them. Listen carefully, because this might change how you chase your goals forever. Once upon a time, in a quiet village, there lived a young man named Armand. Armand had big dreams. Every week, he had a new idea. One week, he wanted to open a shop. The next week, he wanted to learn pottery. After that, he decided to build a house. But Armand had one habit that quietly destroyed everything. Before starting anything, he told everyone. He walked through the market and shouted, "I will open the biggest shop in this village." People clapped. They smiled. They praised him. Armand felt proud. He felt important. That night, he slept peacefully. But the next morning, when it was time to actually begin, he felt tired. The excitement was gone. The fire had disappeared. Days passed. The shop was never opened. Soon, Armand had another dream: pottery. He gathered people in the village square and announced loudly, "I will make the most beautiful pots. Everyone will buy from me." Again, people cheered. Again, they encouraged him. Again, he felt amazing. And again, after a few days, he never touched the clay. This pattern continued for years. Armand kept announcing his dreams. People kept celebrating his words, but his hands remained empty. His life did not change. Slowly, shame grew inside him. He could not understand why he always failed. One evening, Armand sat alone near the old well. An elder named Hakim approached him. Hakim was quiet and humble. He did not speak much, but everyone respected him. He sat beside Armand and asked gently, "My son, why do you look so troubled?" Armand sighed deeply. "I have so many dreams, but I never finish anything. I don't know what is wrong with me." Hakim nodded slowly. "Tell me, what do you do when you have a new idea?" Armand answered honestly, "I tell everyone. I want them to know. I want them to be proud of me." Hakim smiled softly. "Come to my garden tomorrow morning. I want to show you something." The next morning, Armand met Hakim in his small garden. Hakim held 2 seeds in his hand. He gave one to Armand. "Plant this in the soil." Armand dug a small hole and buried the seed carefully. Then Hakim held up the second seed. He called some children playing nearby. "Look, everyone, I have a seed. Soon it will become a beautiful tree. Watch how wonderful it will be." The children clapped and laughed. Then Hakim placed the seed on a rock and walked away. Days passed. Hakim watered the buried seed quietly. He never talked about it. Slowly, a tiny green shoot appeared. Week after week, it grew stronger. Meanwhile, the seed left on the rock dried under the sun. Birds pecked at it. It never grew. After several weeks, Armand stood beside a small, healthy plant. The other seed was gone. Hakim looked at him and said gently, "Armand, a seed needs silence to grow. It needs darkness. It needs protection. If you leave it in the open and keep talking about it, it dries up. It gets stolen. It never becomes a tree, something shifted inside Armand. Hakeem continued, "When you share your dreams too early, you feel proud, as if you already did the work. People's praise gives you pleasure. Your mind believes the goal is already achieved, so your heart loses the fire to act. The energy needed for action gets wasted in words." Armand felt his face grow warm. That was exactly what he had been doing. Every time he announced a dream, he felt successful. But he never worked. The applause was enough. The praise was enough. He already felt finished without finishing anything. Hakeem placed a hand on his shoulder. Dreams are fragile at the beginning. Protect them. Keep them quiet. Let them grow in the dark soil of your effort. Armand looked down at the small plant again, this time differently. For the first time, he didn't want to talk about his dream. He wanted to build it. Quietly, slowly, without applause. And somewhere inside him, the fire returned. He worked in silence, no announcements, no promises, only progress. Days passed, the chair slowly began to take shape. He made mistakes. He fixed them. He learned. Finally, the chair was complete. Armand sat on it. He felt something he had never felt before. Real pride, not the pride that comes from words, the pride that comes from doing. One morning, his neighbor saw the chair outside Simon's house. "Armand, this is beautiful. When did you make this?" Armand smiled quietly. "I've been working on it." "You never told anyone," the neighbor said. "I wanted to finish it first," Armand replied. Word spread slowly. People saw the chair. They were impressed. But by then, Armand had already started his next project, a table. Again, he told no one. He worked in silence. Weeks later, it was finished. Then a shelf, then a stool. Years passed. Armand became known as the most skilled craftsman in the village, but he never announced his plans. He only showed his work when it was done. People respected him more because his actions spoke louder than his words. His life changed completely. He no longer needed praise to begin. He no longer chased empty praise. He discovered the quiet satisfaction of building something real. When we speak too soon, we give away our power. Keep your dreams close. Protect them. Let your work speak when it is ready. The world doesn't need to know what you're building. It only needs to see what you have built. Pause. Stay quiet. Let the seed grow in darkness. And when the tree is strong, it will speak for itself. If you are ready to stop living in maybe and start living in action, subscribe to No More Maybe.